guys, we're back for another Dokkan battle video. Let's go and hop into the Ultimate Red Zone with LR INT Vegito. What I think is going to be one of the better units in the game for the Ultimate Red Zone. And I think probably going to be pretty much the MVP for like free-to-play players. Okay, Omega don't... Okay, well... yeah, okay. Not really great openings. The one thing that can get frustrating about the Ultimate Red Zone, again, one thing I'll say is I don't personally mind the difficulty of these events. Events that, like, it's very difficult to beat and aren't able to be beat right away, I think it's actually kind of cool. Like, you know, it gives something to strive for in the game. A lot of the end game content, even the God event, right, which was pretty much the hardest thing there is, really wasn't that tough. This is that tough. Like, you know, Gresh mentioned that these enemies are hitting basically at world tournament level. And that's kind of true. That's how powerful these enemies are hitting. So, remember, you're going to need a lot of patience. But one thing, again, that gets very frustrating here is the fact that you can only do 3 attempts per day. That's my only issue with it. I think the difficulty, everything is fine. The 3 attempts per day is bullshit because you end up with situations like this. This is a very bad opener right here. Honestly, we could just be outright killed. I want to let this play out because, again, this is the INT LR Vegito. This is my first time using the unit since I've EZA'd him. You know, got good equips. This is going to be one of the best units in the game for sure. Remember, on turn 6, we could transform into INT Vegito. You're going to fall below that HP threshold very easily. All right, let's see what happens. Now, I think LR Shadow Dragon Army right here, I think they debuff attack and defense with their super attack, I believe. Again, oh my god. Damn, okay, that's... All right, not a great opener right here. Are we dead? We might just outright be dead, honestly. Wow. Okay. Their attack was lowered right there. They do have a 30% chance to dodge, but they just didn't really dodge. Okay, great, man. Nice opener right there. That's why, like, the INT Vegito and the Physical Gogeta, both of them, they are a bit weak in base, I think, compared to the Tech Gogeta and the STR Vegito units. But I think, okay, so yeah, I think the base versions, like the Goku and Vegito portion of the cards, are better on the Tech Gogeta and STR Vegito, but I think the transformed INT Vegito and Physical Gogeta are better than the Tech Gogeta and the STR Vegito. I think that's sort of the way it pans out. Because I think the 30% damage reduction that STR Vegito's base and Tech Gogeta's base has is superior to the 30% chance to dodge that the base Physical Gogeta and then the base INT Vegito have got. I did not anticipate that to happen like that. This is really bad. I did not bring healing items. So I'm going to go ahead and pop this Whis. I would like to try and survive until we can get the INT Vegito fusion. We'll see if I'm able to make it happen. I would like to save the INT orbs for INT Vegito to heal up a little bit next turn, but we're not going to be able to. Even with the Whis item, if the LR Shadow Dragon Army is super attacking Gogeta, either of the Gogetas at the end, we're probably dead. It's just that, you know, again, a lot of these Ultimate Red Zone fights, man, these are the toughest fights in the game. I know a lot of people want to see me, like, showcase units in here, and I certainly will, right? I guess, I mean, I could do tons of videos, you know, even taking them into very specific stages. But you do got to keep in mind that these, like, fights are actually so hard that there's almost nothing that can really, like, survive in here. Like, it's, I mean, you guys saw the INT LR Vegito, what just happened to him, right? And the other thing, too, that's very important is leader skills. There's a lot of scattered good units throughout the game, but in terms of actually using them, are we? Okay, we're okay. It's a good thing I used that Whis. There's a lot of, you know, really good units, again, scattered throughout the game and stuff like that. But, you know, in terms of actually using them correctly in this event, it's just really not possible. In order to beat this, I mean, you don't need a full 170% lead, but a full 170% lead really gives you a fighting chance compared to, like again, hybrids could easily destroy a lot of these stages. But hybrids is in a really tough spot right now where Tech Ultimate Gohan is an amazing leader, but his leader skill buff of 130% HP is a real detriment to the Hybrid Saiyan team in this event, because most of these stages, it's not like previously, right, where, damn, we're on turn, this is really, I'm not going to be able to fuse with Gogeta in this, or I'm not going to be able to fuse with Vegito in this fight, dude. It's just not going to happen. Damn, this is not good. I'm going to have to use a second Whis right here. I guess I'm just going to try and survive until, but it's like, just the opener, like, again, this LR Shadow Dragon Army, he does a lot turn 1, right? With all of his different abilities of, like, lock and seal, and, like, what is he also, like, changes the key spheres on us. He's doing all this bullshit. It just makes it very difficult to sort of, like, make it, like, you know, set up in this fight. Many of these Ultimate Red Zone fights are like this, right? Where you don't really get a chance to set up. I think, the fight against the Shadow Dragons, you are able to, right? The first, like, 3 phases really aren't too crazy in there. Bojack, amongst the really hard fights, is another one where you sort of have some time to set up. I think the Cooler fight is pretty tough. You could kind of set up in there. Against Android 13, you probably got a little bit of time as well. Bojack, but, like, a lot of these fights, like Janemba, like, it just gets very hard very fast. I have got to get out of here, dude. We are just getting destroyed by this guy. Alright, I guess what we'll do, let's just go ahead and transform into Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta right here. Yeah, I guess I'll cut, and we'll come back in a second, but it's obvious that we just got this is just a run where we just got disintegrated in here, right? Maybe I'll come back. I don't really want to do the fight against Broly. Maybe I'll do the fight. I think Broly is actually probably the toughest boss in the game. Despite the fact that it's like, oh, there's no way, like, you know, Broly is gonna be... Oh, I never turned the well, whatever. Okay, well... Despite the fact that Broly, right, like, has got, like, God Goku and stuff like that in there, the fact that he does an AoE super attack, in his 3rd fight, and then his 4th fight, he could double super, Broly just is really ridiculous. We could go in there, I guess. Yeah, see, dude, like, we're just dead. Look at this. That's it. GG. You know, again, this is why the 3 attempts per day does really suck, because we did this attempt, immediately INT Vegito was locked in slot 1, and we were basically neutralized. We just weren't, this wasn't even really, like, a good attempt. And then, okay, great. 30% chance to dodge? Oh, okay, actually, they did hit that. But, yeah. Yeah, that's, Omega just hits very hard. The thing about Omega is he just has a lot of power and a lot of defense in there. It's okay. I mean, again, this is what it's like showcasing units in this event now. Like, it's murder in here. What attempts do I have left? We can go against Bojack. Let's go jump into Bojack. I'm gonna cut, and I'm gonna come back. Let's come back and get this fusion with Vegito. How about that? Alright, here we go. So we're in the Bojack fight, and we're gonna go ahead and get this, nasty rotation right here. So we're gonna get Vegito to fuse. Now, Vegito fusing, you know, we kind of saw the beginning of this, right? Where, like, the INT Vegito was he was getting bullied a little bit, right? The Goku and Vegeta version. Again, I think in base, they could have been made a little bit better. At the very least, I think that 30% chance to dodge, they could have made that 50% chance to dodge, and these units just would have flat out been much better, right? But here's the thing. INT transformed Vegito, especially right when he comes out. There's not a lot better than this guy. I feel like at times he can struggle for ki. That's sort of like his major downfall. But look at this. He's at 270... Dude, because the fucker... Mine, with some defensive equips here, at least a level 5 defense right there, So that's 16,431. So it's like he gets 200% defense at the start of turn, and before you know it, he's at 270k defense with the 200% leader skill, right? Then on top of that, he's got 30% damage reduction. To give you guys, like, context here, LR Tech Gogeta, Fuse, Transformed, has 30% damage reduction. He typically is starting the turn out, like, at, like, 170k defense, is where I'm seeing LR Tech Gogeta a lot, like, in that range. So that just shows you that this LR Vegito is basically LR Tech Gogeta, but with 100k extra defense. From what I've seen from LR Tech Gogeta in the Ultimate Red Zone, that means this Vegito is going to be very much immune to normals throughout most of the event, even against the more powerful characters. Then Vegito gets 50% defense on his 18 key, and he gets 30% defense on his 12 key. Not to mention, this is probably the most godly offensive unit in the game, probably, but we will see. Let's do this. Yep, perfect. And then, okay, honestly, I think Bojack is dead. I mean, we got everything active except for Power Bestowed by God. He's probably just dead outright. Let's see. Let's see what this damage looks like. Crits? Yeah, 1 million on a non-crit count. Well, okay, he's got a lot of health. But yeah, basically 2 million damage on the crit, 6.55. Vegito gives all allies 30% attack on this 18-key super attack right here. So now Gogeta and the LR Super Saiyan 4s are going to hit a lot harder because of him. He double supered, so this is giving him another attack buff. So his counters, he could probably crit counter for like 4 million right here or something. Like, it would be ridiculous. Please crit. There we go. Okay, 3. But look at the damage. Look at the health. Okay, this, we see how crazy it is in the Ultimate Red Zone. Vegito should eat this rather well. Yeah. How many screenshots have you guys seen of units eating 1 million damage, 800k, 200k? I'm sure a lot of y'all are like, oh my god, dude, no. Vegito ate that shit. That 200k from Bojack, I'm taking that, dude. That's a W. This Vegito, the first 3 turns, he's God. Like, you know, 200% attack and defense, the counters, 30% damage reduction, it's too much. He's just way, way too good, this Vegito. Let me, here, let me, I just want to, we're going to move fast here. Let me just pop this. Let me get LR Tech Gogeta out here. I just want the Scouter, mainly. Oh, okay, there he is at the end right there. We don't have to worry about that here. Yeah, Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta is just going to go ahead and finish his ass off. Bam. So this next turn, I think Bojack does lock on this next turn, so we do want to be careful here. Right? Here, let me double check this. I think Bojack locks in his final phase. Yeah, Bojack in his final phase. He changes key spheres, he locks, and he will occasionally randomly seal someone. That shit is so annoying. Like, some of these bosses have, like, that many effects on them. Oh, I thought for sure Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta was going to finish him off. Okay. We got a little bit unlucky with the additional. Typically, I'm seeing my Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta. He's doing double and triple supers a lot. We could take damage right here. Yeah. But LR Tech Gogeta is going to mop him up. Yeah, this Bojack right here is... His stats are pretty strong, but in terms of gimmicks, all he does is change key spheres on us. He's not actually... It's a good thing I transformed into Gogeta right there. Okay. Are you going to lock the gods in slot 1? That would be very annoying. Okay. No, but the little bastard did do that. We can put LR Gogeta in... That Bojack theme is a banger. This is actually not a great turn. I'm going to go ahead... I think we're probably... This is the thing where we're probably dead. I could use a Whis item, but I actually don't want to. Let me just go ahead and pop this real quick. Get them into God form. Alright, I'm going to hit this. Gogeta should live. I don't think we're going to die. But we need the blues to dodge, because he sealed them. It's so stupid. Bojack probably does do a little bit too much. And again, but of the newer stages, Bojack is probably the weakest. Probably. I think the Shadow Dragons are not really too crazy either, just because you have a little bit of time to set up, right? Like, Super 17 is so hard, because it's like, there's just 2 phases. You're right in the thick of things, right? Same with Janemba. It's just because like some of these fights, there's just a lot of phases, and you're able to just sort of like slowly build up to it. Give me them crit counters, boy. Look at that damage. 2 million on a normal right there. The damage he deals is just outrageous. This is probably the most damaging unit in the game right here. This INT Vegito. The damage, yeah, we're dead. We lost. Dodge. If you don't dodge, we're dead. Because we didn't get the super attack buff. We didn't get the super attack buff because he sealed them. That's how unfair this place is, by the way. It's like he just randomly chooses to seal them. It's GG. And he's locking and all this. Like, you see how just ridiculous it is? And this is why I have no problem with how crazy they made it. But the 3 attempts, you really can walk out of here very sour, right? You could get some bullshit to happen, like especially against like Omega or Broly. They could just fuck you right out of the gate. And it just leaves a very sour taste in your mouth, right? Especially with only the 3 attempts per day. That's my main issue, is just the 3 attempts per day. We saw how dominant Vegito looked right there. He's going to be one of the best units in the game for this event. So is Gogeta. The heal, right, is just so invaluable when you've only got 1 item slot, right? So there we go. There was INT Vegito. He is tremendous. He is God. He is ridiculous.